approximately 12:30 a.m. at 2515 14th Street outside. It is still under active investigation. The second homicide occurred on August 29th at 11:47 p.m. in front of 1013 Rhode Island Avenue Northeast, and that one is also still under active investigation. Unfortunately, we've also seen an increase in robberies. We've had 9 total robberies. However, 2 have been closed with arrests. If you have specific questions about those robberies, I can answer them afterwards. And we've also had a total of 10 assault with dangerous weapons. Many of these are domestic in nature, and 4 of them have been closed with arrest on the scene. I also wanted to let you know that in regards to these homicides and shootings that have been occurring in 505, we have definitely increased our presence in the Saratoga area, and we've had 4 carrying a pistol without a license arrests, including recovering the guns during those arrests in the last 2 weeks. And we're continuing to hit those areas pretty hard. So that's what I have for 505. Does anybody have any questions for PSA 505?
Well, I do.
Yes.
And thank you, Commissioner Lewis, for always advocating that we have someone to give the updates. I'm very concerned, I'm sure, and as most of, if not all of us are, regarding what's going on in PSA 505, particularly the Ivy City area. You know, that's a site of a lot of new development,
yes.
And we're encouraging our residents to join Planet Fitness, to go to Ulta, to use Petco, to go to Mom's Organic Grocer, and we need people to feel safe.
Yes.
And we want, so if you could expound a bit about the strategies that you're using to make the area safe, because we're really
yes, yeah. We did have a shooting also at the 1900 block of Capitol Ave. We have, I don't know if anybody here is actually living in Ivy City, but we have two dedicated police officers, Officer Matt Salazar and Officer David Lassard. We're very familiar with Ivy City, and they're basically put there full time, and they have been working to combat issues such as the disorderly calls, the drinking that might be occurring in the park. Officer Lassard is working to put in a little free library so that law-abiding citizens can have a reason to come in and hopefully push out those that might be using that park over there for the wrong purpose. So we are working on it. We're trying to increase our visibility and trying to get the residents of Ivy City engaged as well, to come up with ways that we can make everybody feel safer. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Sally Parker. This is Sergeant McCormick, who moved to PSA 506. This is the Trinidad area, Nova area, that's the area that we cover. The way that I break down my statistics, I do month by month, and I give you all what our reports reflect. So I'll read them off, and if you have questions, please feel free to ask me. If I can answer them, I'll do so, or I'll forward the information if you can answer any problem. Sex abuse cases in PSA 506, we've only had 1 this year. This is a very good thing. The suspect is known. It's a domestic. So what happens is that once the suspect is known, in the report, the offense goes to a detective. The detective, from that point, once the initial officer gets on the scene, the detective takes that case and they work with it. Patrol officers don't really handle it after that point because every day something happens. They're called every day, so they don't know that much after the initial contact. In reference to assaults with dangerous weapons, we had a total of 3 in PSA 506. 1 was domestic, which is the suspect is known, so that we have more will be put out for that person. We have 2 that were closed by arrest, so all of those are taken care of, which is really, really good. Robberies are up a little bit in PSA 506. We try to talk to people as much as we can in reference to walking with headphones on and different things, and just please be aware of your surroundings. There were a total of 6 robberies. 1 was domestic, which the person was known. 1 was closed by arrest, and 4 of them were assigned to detectives. So we have 4 open cases for robberies as of right now in PSA 506. Total of 15 thefts. 1 was domestic, 10 were referred to detectives. Out of those 10, 8 of those were at the 7-Eleven. The 1 on 2nd Street and the 1 on 13, I think it's 1312 2nd Street, and the 1 down off of Lakesbrook Road. 8 of those were from there, and 2 were from Harris Teeter. So what they'll do, they'll go to a detective. Sometimes people come in and leave out so fast, there's not a good lookout, and we don't have that much to go off of. Stolen autos are up in PSA 506 as well. People are breaking the cars and taking vehicles from in front of residences, which is a big thing for us in 506 right now. 5 of them total, 2 domestic, which the person is known. 1 person had to send keys to the car. 1 is a known suspect, and 2 of them are open, which we refer to detectives. In reference to homicides, we have not had any here today, other than one since the last meeting that we came to. In reference to prostitution, I know we mentioned that last time off West Virginia and all of it. We do have our CST, team that is, I think, 11 officers or 12 officers that are assigned to that area behind West Virginia, the 1600 block of West Virginia. We've had 2 calls for those, but both of those resulted in arrest. I know that was a big concern of yours last time. We still have officers that sit over there in that area every day. School has started back up, so we have to also filter officers to the Noma area for school safe passage of children. A lot of things going on, but we're working as a group to try to combat these areas and this crime in certain areas. Yes, ma'am.
So I think the middle of August, there was maybe, I heard that there was some people that were working on 2 construction sites and someone came and robbed them.
One of them was last month, and that was off of, Holbrook, and that just happened last month. They did not have, the lookout was not, it wasn't a great lookout. We did take the information, we had several units canvassed. As of right now, there's been no additional information that I can provide in reference to that. It was 3 suspects. We did have a few people stopped when we went to do a show up, which is when the detective takes the complaint of the victim to look to see if they can point that person out. They were not able to do so. So, yeah, other than that, right now, I don't have any additional information on that. But I do make sure officers do ride past scenes or past locations where there is construction.
Because there's another site that was on 16th Street. There was like 2 construction sites. One was at the corner of Holbrook and Children's, and then the other was, I think, Rom and 16th.
I haven't heard about that. Okay. Yes, sir.
And when you say domestic, so that means they live together. Is that what?
Necessarily. You can have a child involved, you can be a family member, you can have been roommates, you lived together at one point. It does not have to be romantically or that you were married or in a situation like that. It can be brother and sister. It's anything.
Within that household?
Not necessarily in the household. If I'm your cousin and I come over and I want to fight you, it's domestically related. It's just, it's just family oriented. You live together, you have some type of relationship with that person that's more than just a friend.
DC code defines what interfamily offense is.
And we had we had complaints about scooter thefts and bicycle thefts. Okay.
No, I don't like to not give you an answer. On our side, we try to get there, try to get the lookout. Some of them have been recovered, a few, not all. A few of them have been recovered. However, the only thing I can stress in this room is that if you do have your property and you need it, please try to secure it. People are cutting the chains and cutting the bolts, and it happens. And the thing about it, we can ride past the block. We go around the block, next thing you know, it comes out. We're just there. So sometimes they follow us. Criminals follow us, but we go also sometimes too. So it's kind of hard, but they're all up.
Yes, I just want to briefly thank you. I have noticed the hard work that your officers are doing. We really appreciate that, and I want to put on the record that we want Officer Glenn back. Officer Glenn is one of the fine officers that work undercover to liberate my community. He's the 2nd largest drug bust in the district's history. We feel very confident about his investigative skills and him being, all the work that he did in terms of being embedded with my constituents, to make that happen was just amazing. So I'm gonna be doing everything in my power to get it back in 507.
I'll send it.
But thank you.
Anybody have any questions? Yes, ma'am.
I just want to say thank you. You guys are doing an awesome job on the family. It's on my property. We have one issue that's really in the house break next to this abandoned. And we don't get done downtown. No one knows the person who owned it. It's been a very much just there and break it.
I recently did a community walkthrough of forum walkthrough
Cheers. I'm sorry.
with members of the mayor's office, and actually Ms. Arndt is here today to address some of those vacant properties. We went around to every vacant property since we took property owners. The one I'm over, I think we talked about the one.
Yes. It's
That was properly documented. I think that's what we're having.
you guys were out last week.
We're going to go forward.
Any other questions for Trinidad area? Is it 506?
Great, I'll go ahead and jump in 507 then. I heard the alarm go off a couple minutes ago, so I'll try to make it quick. 507, the officers have gotten a total of 95 arrests in the last 30 days. There have been a total of 74 crimes, 19 violent crimes, which is a reduction of 10% compared to 21 in the last 30 days. Our biggest drop was in robberies, and like 506, we are having a lot of robberies with the construction workers, more specifically Hispanic construction workers that are doing their projects. So I implore you guys, if you see anything suspicious around construction zones, give us a call. We definitely want to go out there and see if we can stop and identify some people. Unfortunately, we did have one homicide in the 1200 block of 18th Street a couple weeks ago. That was on the midnight shift. Unfortunately, I don't have too much information about that. It's still an ongoing investigation. And then finally, I'll leave you with right before we came here, we had a shooting, 1521 Benning Road, just happened today. Obviously, it's still an active scene, so I can't comment too much on it. It's an ongoing investigation, but just to let you guys know that there are still police officers down there on the scene working that.
1521 Benton Road.
Correct. The Pinnacle Apartments.
Oh, wow, okay. I'm very, very concerned about the number of robberies that are in that 1500 to 1900 part of Benning Road. It's very active, it is congested with people engaging in drug-seeking behavior. I understand that Officer Blyer is assigned, and I've gotten good reports back from the store owners, but we need even more attention over there. It's just a zone of chaos, and the individuals are moving intermittently from Bennett. You all have been doing an excellent job of moving them off of Bennett, moving them off of 19, but they're still in the area, and there is an individual in a red car. I don't have the tag number because he's selling drugs. And whenever I attempt to get the tag number, he literally stands in front of the vehicle to block the tag.
Is it a Mustang?
Excuse me?
What kind of car is it?
It's not a Mustang, it's an older, looks like a Honda, a burgundy Honda. He sells in front of 847 and 849 19th Street at night. We have permission from the owner of those two properties that you all can arrest anyone that you see on the property. And I understand the owner has sent a notice of that to that effect to Captain Lanciano. So we want to make sure that we reduce the drama that we're subjected to. And we still have open air drug dealing on the 1900 block of I Street Northeast that is persistent, pervasive, and a nuisance. So we look forward to reducing those numbers. And can I get a copy of your report?
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Do you guys have any questions? Okay.
Just one thing I would add, Lieutenant Hurrah came out to the 5D03 meeting earlier, I think it was last week, and it sounds like a suspect spending, and it sounds like there was an attempt to keep that quiet for a little while to find it, but just as a small update, I think that we're very happy to see that happen.
Yes, actually, I do believe that they passed out some wanted flyers for that individual, correct? I stand corrected, you're right. Yeah.
Well, if I may add, Montez Warren, who is the current suspect in the homicide, is part of a family of people that have been robbing and killing people in that area for many years. It is very disturbing. His brother was adjudicated and found guilty for a homicide. And we need to make sure that all of the safety gains that we fought for and won in that area are maintained. So we certainly appreciate, the extra vigilance in restoring safety on M Street.
And certainly, it's very, very important to us. Great, thank you, MPD, for your report.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
PSA, covers the 900 block of Mount Olivet Road, please?
505.
It's,
505?
it's split between 505 and 506, but 505, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we will move to item number 8, which is single-member district reports. Again, these are 1-minute reports, please, Commissioners, because we do have a lot on our agenda tonight. So we'll start off with Commissioner Lewis in 5D01.
I'd like to give my minute to Dion Townley.
Thank you, Commissioner Lewis.
You're welcome.
My name is Deon Townley. I'm a project manager with the Deputy Mayor's Office for Planning and Economic Development. I just wanted to make everyone aware that we'll have a public meeting on September 22nd, 6:30 at Bethesda Baptist Church. It will be developer presentations for the RFP responses we received. I invite all of you all to come out. Thanks again, Commissioner. Thanks.
Is that for Val?
Yes.
Thank you. How are you?
Thank you. 5D02.
So I just want to let everyone know that I have a successful cell phone number, and I'll send it out via email to all of my constituents, but I just wanted to make sure that if anyone wanted my number, it is 202, the DC number, 560-6302. And I have two more things. A local construction company is looking for DC residents who are interested in the field of healthcare and have had a hard time finding work due to